my chest like an LA Laker. Black belt MC, call me master. Six on the beat, it's a speaker blaster. Bars are hot, and bars are ready. A middle Caesars with the extra chetty. Extra style, extra flow. Swift for sale, like Five Below.
Yeah, in the club now like I'm Biddy. Counting these notes like a MIDI. Laugh to the bank, hit the gritty. Go and tell your mom that she really, really pretty.
Oh, when the Saints go marching in. Oh, when the Saints go marching in.
Palace backpack, Nike snapback. Break truck, stop playing hack sack. All gas, whole lot of motion. Headbang, whiplash, past the motion.
We are down on the bayou as you get a look inside the Superdome here in New Orleans. Today, Week 12 of the NFL season is upon us, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the New Orleans Saints. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And able to get this out to the 25. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. You look at the Saints defense. They're in the spot statistically that you don't want to be in against the pass. Number 32 in the league, dead last.
That was a nice play right there, but overall this season, it's been an absolute disaster. A total lack of communication on the back end. They need a leader who can put this team, this unit, on his shoulder pads and carry them to the right spots.
Now Penix. He'll complete this one to Collins. And he's going to be dragged following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Looking to throw, Penix. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10.
Tuck it down on his side like he ain't the GOAT. If you don't agree, ask the script in your big 5 ear, you already know. Already know how it go. Already know I got shit on go. Money calling, gotta go. You gotta go if you play or you troll. Fresh as on the globe. Got trying to snatch out my soul. Running back pockets on swole. Young, got a whole lot of C-rolls. Getting money up to a whole nother level. I don't know no better. When I got rich of these, yeah. Bro, coming slow, 6 racks on a sweater. Think I'm cheating, I'm just chilling with the fellas. Grandma always told me never trust these.
Looking to put a drive together.
Deputy! 60 Eagles, 60!
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. You look at the defense for these Texans. They come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
This is such a good unit of covering passes downfield. I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
When I was young, it's not my problem.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Now Jackson going to shift him around. Play clock down to 0, and that's going to be a delay. So that flag will set him back 5 yards. And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15.
Hey, middle.
Jackson now. That's complete. It's Ladd McConkey. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 42 yards. That's good.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
And now they'll audible to something else. Jackson. Open man right side. That's McConkey. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 12 more yards for him there. It's a first down.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Ready? Cowboy 80.
They'll run. Here's the rookie from Michigan. Oh, that is well read on the backside. And he'll be met well behind the line of scrimmage. And that's a loss of 7 on the first down play.
You want to talk about the proverbial deer in the headlights? That's exactly what he was when he got the ball. Went to hit a lane and get upfield, and all he saw, extra defenders bearing down on him. Perfect time to dial up the blitz. An excellent call.
Now, after the loss, he'll have to navigate a 2nd and 17.
You. 13. Go. You at X. Hey, report. No, we changed it.
Now it's Jackson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
3rd down and 6.
Yo. Alpha, sit on. 180. What is it? Sit on.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. He really tried to thread that down the seam.
Yeah, he tried to rip that one, didn't he? But a throw with that velocity, necessary when you're trying to hit a quick hitter like that one. Timing execution has to be perfect. Unfortunately for him, that one fell to the ground.
And this one is right through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Ryland now following the touchdown, back out to kick it away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body, get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. The slot man in motion right. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 43 yards on the ground. So that about the shortest pass a quarterback can make, but it winds up going for a bundle.
Yeah, let's face it, in the stats, it sure looks like a heck of a throw, doesn't it? It's almost like in baseball, when you get that little Texas leaguer that turns into a double, you would think that you hit it off the wall. Big-time play for him on a short little pass.
First down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he stopped immediately there. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward, and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two.
The Saints 22-yard line.
3-0 after one on EA Sports. Texans football to start quarter two, as they've got it 2nd down and 11. To the air, Penix. And he's got it. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. That puts him in excellent position. 1st and goal after a gain of 19. And that last throw is going to keep him climbing that all-time passing yards leaderboard as he crosses the 25,000-yard mark now for his career.
He just recently passed Bart Starr. Next up for him, Bob Greasy. That's 2 Hall of Famers, 2 Super Bowl winners, multiple Super Bowl winners. So he's getting up with the legends now. Congratulations.
Scatterboo. Touchdown, Houston.
Touchdown, Houston.
So it's a pretty good season he's putting together running the football. That now 10 rushing touchdowns on the year.
And we know this is a passing league, and those numbers throwing the football, they seem to go up and up every year. But there's still something to having a reliable back you can count on in the red zone to bring things home for you. And that's what he's been doing all season long.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead.
7, Saints 3.
some chest room. Sending love from my face compressor. Ground control with a soul like Chloe, and I chop you up if I'm under pressure.
How does the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away? And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
31-yard line.
Something lost and never seen. Every time I start to believe something taken from me. Life's gotta always be messing with me.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of it.
They'll take it. Just I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Check. What? You. Go right here. I'm out here. Go.
To throw is Jackson. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. That's good for a gain of 6. And it'll be 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and
6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Middle.
Here's Jackson to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, obviously searching for their first touchdown this game, partner. And that quick 3 and out, that's not going to achieve that at all. Give victory to the secondary there. They brought out tight coverage on that 3rd down snap.
Here comes the Saints punter now. Deep to return is Calvin Austin. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And he was looking for the check-up bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And the last time out, looking to repeat that Chargers defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
That was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll throw with Penix. And this throw incomplete.
free.
Valuable lesson, man. I had to grow up. That's why I never ask for help. I do it for you and do it for myself. I go 0 to 100 real quick. Real quick.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Here's Penix. Working the middle of the field. He's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I have to tell you, Brandon, I feel like a coach right now because I'm wondering why the angle route continues to be so effective when as an inside linebacker, you're always taught, don't let someone cross your face. If they want to go outside, it's okay. But they make that outside fake, cut back inside, off into great success.
And looking to throw, Penix. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Alex Highsmith making a nice play and getting the sack.
In every game, we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. His throw incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. On the move past the 40. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. Now 3rd down and very long. Operating from the gun, Penix. He's got his target. That's complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 37. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And now they'll shift things around. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you've got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
Slot man moves right. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut out field. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Let's go. Go.
Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Here is 3rd and 5.
Set up. Trap 60. 70 Timberwolf. 18. Pioneer. Hurt. Check. Go get him. Boy. Go street.
Now this time he'll look to throw. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
He did a fine job there not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. We haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
Oh, good-looking return set up here. Now that should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43.
And that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
Here we go. Shot. COVID-19.
And they'll run it here. And he will perhaps get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And time has run out on this first half. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone, so this ball will come out to the 30 now. Set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. It's been a tight game to this point. What do they need to do, Charles, to break through in the second half and take the lead?
Well, I think the first thing they need to do is thank their defense for keeping them in this game. And, you know, I think the defense is saying back to them, why don't you guys focus on getting some first downs, put some drives together, give us a little bit of a break here. If we can get some rest, we'll play even better for you. And, oh, by the way, pay off a few of those drives with some points, too.
play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now it's Jackson. Going up top. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, when the running game's not working sometimes, you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
Now Lamar changing the look.
Hey, report. Middle. 180.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And that will be incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Jackson and the rest of the offense staying put. They will go for it on 4th. Now the play clock hits 0 here, and we're going to get a delay. Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback, as everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there, because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
No, we changed it.
They'll try and throw for it here. That's to his running back, complete. And he is going to have the Saints first down on what will be a big play there on 4th and long. Boy, that's some kind of effort. When he caught it, I doubted if he could get there. Knew it was going to be close, but credit him. Really good effort.
How about the rack on that play, the run after catch? But most of the time we think of it as just being an open field and picking up yardage. Sometimes you have to be real physical in order to gain the yardage you need for a first down.
Ready? 65.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. Still going inside the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. That's his 19th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Saints are an extra point away from evening this one up. Chad Ryland now to add the PAT. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. That ties the game at 10. Chad Ryland to kick off. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective, because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's a 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. They'll look to throw. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
Those are the ones you dream of as defenders. I think if he gets eyes on the ball a little bit earlier, he might come away with it. Instead, it's going to wind up as just an incomplete pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 32-yard line. A 3rd down gain of 19.
32-yard line.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. They'll look to throw here. He's going to lead this for his running back. It's complete. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. He felt the pressure coming there. That was a good job of just making something out of nothing, so to speak.
Yeah, took the hit and still made the play. You know, when we talk about runners, all right, running plays, runs after contact, we call that getting dirty yards, tough, gritty ones. To me, that's like the version of a dirty pass. He knows he's going to get smacked, yet still delivers the football and picks up good yardage.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. 46 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Right back to him on 1st down. And a little bit of space there, takes it inside the 5 to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Texans have broken the tie.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with the touchdown run.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 17-10 score.
Saints 10.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they'll they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
27-yard line.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Now this will go for 5 up to the 33.
Well, so far this game has gone the way the defensive coordinator had hoped. They've dictated things. They've not let them run the ball very well at all. They gave up a nice game there. I doubt it'll back off their confidence. They've played so well throughout this entire game.
Third and 5.
Hey, middle. Get it up. Sit up. Ready. Finish it up. Sit up.
Jackson going to throw quickly here, complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
DC, ready?
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Taking a pretty good shot that time.
So did you suspect the same thing that I did? That they were lined up just to draw them off sides?
100%.
Well, how about that? They were going for it the entire time. Never a question in his mind about going ahead and getting it, despite where they were on the field.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard it in my voice when they snapped the ball. I was like, I almost wasn't ready to call the play. I just kept waiting for the timeout offensively.
You. 180! Finish it! Set up!
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground to time. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production. But how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
Second down and 8. Rifles one, and it's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Martin Emerson. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
Looks like they'll move things around here. He finds his man complete. It's Horton. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Now second and 5.
At the 42-yard line.
One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
First down, Houston.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 87 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at second and goal.
That's good hard running right there on first and goal. That gets them down to the 2. It puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on second and goal?
Here we go. COVID-19.
They'll try to hammer it in with Scatteroo. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston.
Touchdown, Houston.
Cam Scatteroo with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans extend their lead, and they are about to get to a 9-2 record. We talk so often about how hard it is to win in the NFL when you turn the ball over, and here a late turnover leads to a fourth-quarter touchdown and a 2-score lead.
And what's more important is being able to take advantage when a turnover presents itself. You've got to come up with points to make the other guy pay. They're able to do so here, and they've got a pretty good chance now of winning this football game.
His kick is
Going after right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14.
Saints 10.
Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And what a return. Great field position all the way out to the 48 there.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Here we go. Strike.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 8. From midfield now, here's Jackson. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
The Saints on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
What? 180. 180. Hey, hey. Let's go. Sit high.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Jonas Sanker. And the Texans are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10.
Now they'll change things up. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He's got it to Collins, complete. Down the left sideline. Touchdown, Houston. Nico Collins with career touchdown number 91. He joins a group that includes Tony Dorsett and Isaac Bruce, among others. And the Texans are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the 4th quarter after that one, CD. And well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence, because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
The call is to go for 1 and kick. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points.
Texans 31, Saints 10.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And running with power here. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys.
He's on his way. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. With touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Saints have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. And Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Saints 17.
Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And they've got it. They recovered it. They hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the fourth quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up. And for one of the few times here today, this one's not going to go anywhere. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Here is 3rd down and 4. To a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as he'll get it with still 1:20 left to go in the game. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This to make it a 3-score game late, and this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there, and that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. 65 yards. And the Saints are able to cut into that deficit.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
Saints 24.
So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the effort snuffed out. The Texans' hands team recovers. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
19 Tiger.
They got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As they get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire.
Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
I see the bunch of mean guys in the band and a tie. Going to the west side, give a side guys. Anybody that I really recognize ain't surprised.
If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll be fourth down. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And he missed it. It's no good. And the lead will hold at 10. And that miss should just about write a finish to this one.
Yeah, they needed 2 scores, and they needed that field goal there to be the first one and still give them an opportunity. But now, with the time left on the clock, I think this one's about finished.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they'll go on the ground.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last time that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Now 2nd and 4. Now Jackson. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
Here's a big one. You can just feel it. This is third down now.
Hey, report.
Jackson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for Houston, they just keep on rolling as they move to 9-2 with a win here. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. Meanwhile, for the Saints, it's a loss that could wind up costing them a first-round bye as they dip to 9-3. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers. So for our entire crew, along